everybody. Today is July 1st. That means the year is half over. I got my figure game shirt on. And since it's at the halfway point, I figured it's time for me to release my top 5 figures of 2019 so far video. These are always fun to look back and reflect on 6 months from now when we're doing our list for the top 10 figs of the year. How many of these 5 will be on that list, you know, with future releases for the second half of 2019. So let's go ahead and I'll start with one honorable mention and then I'll do my 5. All right, let's start with the honorable mention of my 2019 top 5 figs so far. He didn't quite make the cut, but I feel like I had to bring up this figure. I remember being very anxious to find him and get him in my collection while I was still hunting for him. This is Hercules from Endgame Wave 1 Marvel Legends. There's a lot of good, cool points about this figure. I guess where I don't collect Masters of the Universe, this Marvel Legend gives me a Master of the Universe kind of vibe to him. You know, I'm not really the biggest Greek mythology guy, or Hercules for that matter, and he's far from a perfect figure. Alrighty, so my number 5 choice on my list is from the Black Series wave that started, I believe, February. It went live this year, 2019. This is the same wave that contained the Amidala from Attack of the Clones, from that wave. I'm not sure what number that is, but it's Dryden Voss. He was the main bad guy of Solo last year, the Disney Solo Star Wars story. He's played by same actor that does Vision, Paul Bentley. Very big fan of his work. Just about everything he's done, I've always thought he's done a phenomenal job with his roles. This is just a unique looking figure. He does have a feature where the lines on his face can turn red. Raven is in timeout right now. That's why she's crying. There's just a lot of little subtle details to his suit. The belt. The weapons are unique. I mean, the way the cape lays on him, and it's a soft plastic. So I thought he should definitely land in the 5th position. There's gonna be a total of 3 Black Series on my list, so he is the 5th of 2019 so far. Okay, the number 4 on my list is Marvel Legends. This is Beast from the Caliban wave that launched spring of 2019. I think a lot of people are going to have this guy on their top 5 so far list. Maybe he's going to make the cut and be in a lot of top 10s 6 months from now. There's a lot of complaints against this figure too. Not everybody's into the bare minimum detail on the face. So customizers like Life with Brock and such are changing the face or adding more detail. I mean, when you think of Beast from the 90s cartoon, I don't really think of him like, unless he was fighting, which he rarely did. You think of him with his glasses and his lab coat and, you know, reading a book. You know, he was always, you know, not what his nature was, is to be a beast. So sorry again about Raven in the background. So I really like him. I have nothing against the Toy Biz Marvel Legend. I never got an opportunity to add him to my collection, not for a price that I could afford. So this is a great ad for me because I never had the joy of owning that one. So he's definitely number 4 on my list, and that's all right, guys. Back with the number 3rd choice from my top 5 of 2019. This is another Black Series, of course, which is my primary line that I collect more than anything. It is my first love in the figure game. This is the Archive Wave 1 Boba Fett re-release of the original blue line or red line Black Series from 2011 or 12, or it's an older one. So to have this guy at non-convention prices, I actually got him at Lexington Con. That video will be right here if you'd like to watch it. Anyway, he's just very cool to look at and pose, and the detail is phenomenal on him. And I mean, just the soft goods cape, the detail on the backpack. I mean, he just screams, you know, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. He's just a throwback to the original trilogy, which is, you know, a lot of us older guys, you know, in our 40s and such. That's the heart of why we collect Black Series, the old movies, and it doesn't get more original trilogy than this Boba Fett. I mean, he just looks phenomenal. And to have him for less than what the original Blue Line release Boba goes for, which is upwards from anywhere from $40 to $80, really. Resellers were having a parade with that figure. So very, very happy to have him in my collection. And here we are with number 2, and this is Endgame Wave 2 Marvel Legends. This is War Machine from Endgame. I recently got this figure. It was one of my additions for my birthday at the end of June, and really love him. Love to have him. He's even better in hand. He's one of those figs that until you have one in hand, you just can't explain how cool he is to see in person. And he's just so bulky for a legend, and I just love him. I mean, I'm an Iron Man guy, and I really need a better Iron Man than this one from Infinity War Wave 1. This is so generic and so peg warmer Iron Man, as we call him. I really need the one that looks more accurate to the Mark 50 with the ability to do the nano cannons and such. So hopefully that one that comes with the Iron Spider does get released, if it hasn't already. But I'm super happy to have this War Machine. He's amazing. Guys, here is my number 1. It should be really no surprise. This is the Archive Wave Black Series Wave 2 Darth Maul. To have this dude, he was a red line release back in 2012 or 13, I'm not sure. I've seen this figure sell for $70 to $80, the red line release. I've seen KOs go for $50. I've had a buddy pick one up, a legit one, in a comic book store in Pikeville, Kentucky for $15. So he's eluded me for a long time, and thanks to the Archive Wave, and thanks to my buddy Dondi at Life Anime Gaming and Toys, he and I are in a collecting group together, the L.A.G Mafia, and we are in the birthday club, and we were both born in June, so he and I exchanged gifts. To see those videos, you can check them out right here. Really love this figure. The detail, I mean, he comes with a hooded head, that the hood is actually stuck to the head that you can put, so you can do the scene of him tracking them when they're on Tatooine in the Phantom Menace. I mean, I can only imagine like how amazing it is to own the version of this toy from Star Wars Celebration earlier this year. I know those are going for like $120 the pair, him and Obi together. I would love to get the young Obi from episode 1. I know he's regular Black Series release, so definitely got my eyes on getting one of those, but there's some other characters I need before him. But definitely love Maul, and he is easily my favorite action figure of 2019 so far. Here they are, everybody. Here's my top 5 figures of 2019 so far. Honorable mentions in the back. Number 5, Dryden Voss, Star Wars Black Series. Marvel Legends, Beast, the Caliban Wave, Archive Wave 1, Boba Fett, Black Series, Endgame Wave 2, this is War Machine, Marvel Legends, And my number one choice of favorite figure of 2019 so far is Darth Maul from the Archive Wave. It's not focusing. Not sure. There we go. That's better. The number one figure of 2019 so far. I have the highest confidence that Maul will be on my top 10 of 2019. I don't see him not being on that list. I can't see that being a possibility. Love this figure. Love them all. So I would love to know what your top 5 are in the comments, or if you have a video, definitely tell me you have a video on your channel, and I will check your list out as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will check you up on the next upload. Sandman out. Until then, you guys keep on collecting and represent the hobby, figure game.